0, 1. Let's get started.
Guys and girls, welcome back to a new episode, shall we call it. Now that we have finished with all the Wiim products, we move on to the next. I want to incorporate a bit of Wiim here again, and I'll show you why shortly. Just want to thank everyone again for all the subscribers and all the comments and shares. I really appreciate it. And if you guys have not yet liked and subscribed, please go do that. Help me help you. It helps me a lot with all the analytics. Product for today, Fosi Audio. I'm sure a lot of you have heard about Fosi Audio. I've heard about them before in the past, and I always wrote them off as being cheap Chinese products. Is that true? Is it not? Let's see. They contacted me about a month ago to ask me if I would review their products straight out of China. And they will be sending them to me. And I said, send them. Let's see what they can do. So guys, before we get into this, I'm going to give you the honest lowdown on this product. No bull, no nothing. As you guys know me by now, I will tell you all the finer details. I will go into spec a bit, but also, as you know me, spec to me is paper. I don't listen on paper. I'll tell you how it sounds, how it feels, what it does. This that they send me is their V3 mono amplifiers. We'll go through some spec shortly, but they look quite nice. And me never before actually going through their stuff, I went through their websites. I will put their website in the description as well, and quickly run through a few of their things, and I'll put some screenshots on the side, as I always do. Which side? This side, that side, one of the sides. Their stuff looks very decent. As you go onto their side, onto their site, going straight into their DACs, their digital analog converters, to some of their smaller streamers. What is this? A control knob of RGB lights, 2.1 channel integrated amplifiers with UV meters. I'll put a pic of that one. Looks very cool. They also have the monoblock amplifiers, which we have here, which I think will be best suited for many uses. If you have a receiver like the Denons that can do 11 channel on a 9 channel amp, you add one of these to wherever you want them. This being quite powerful, this will power the fronts. So 3 of them for a front stage, 5 of them, you see the possibilities are endless. But let's see how well they are built before we go that far. Bluetooth amplifiers, for me it's a bit old now. Wi-Fi is the way. Let's go through a bit of spec on the amplifiers. Then we have balanced stereo amplifiers. Here's the V3 mono that they sent us. Let's go in there. So guys, this being a mono amplifier, all it does is power. It is rated at 250 watt rated power output. So, and then also they class, so this is going to be, I can go worldwide on this one because they sent it me out of China. And guys, I'm going to have an affiliate link from them. It will be an affiliate link. I'll put down below a link in description where you guys can go in and you can use my affiliate link to purchase from them. Doesn't cost you anything and it helps me out a little bit. That will not influence the way I review this product. I'm going to be very hard on this product because I want to see what it can do. My expectations aren't high at all, but as I've been reading through the spec, I've been seeing some very good things. And the price I see, they show 109, basically 110 USD, but that depends on a few things. This is no PSU, and then you can add the PSU for your country. So that goes up to 140. on a 48 volt A5. There's a few different, the highest one being 270, 280. Damn, how big is that power supply? So just go and look through the specifications when you order what power supply you are going to need to run this. Okay, let's learn a bit more through the features. Okay, here they say buy on Fosi Audio, AliExpress, Amazon or eBay. So they use those platforms. So I'll see where my affiliate link is for. I haven't really done that, so this is a first for me. So I'll put all those links in the description so you guys can go through there if you want. So let's go through this. Maybe we should unbox first before I go through this, because there's a lot of the inputs and outputs that's in there. So this has already been opened as it's been shipped to me. You know, these things getting inspected very well, but not much in here. Very well packaged. It's got this sort of high density foam on the top, and then there's like a double outer shell. You can take one out. There's the power brick. So this is quite a big power brick. This is quite heavy. This is a big power brick. So I'm guessing depending on what power brick you take is gonna affect the price. Which one did they send me? This is the big boy power brick they sent me. Let me just double check. The 48 volt 10A. Yeah. So this is the one that ups that price to $280. That's an expensive power brick, but it is a big power brick. I wonder if it makes a difference. I will delve into this a bit more, so I can give you guys proper feedback on this. This is a Hunt key power brick adapter, and at the bottom the rest was just the power cable. The power cable, which I'll cut in anyway because this is not for our country. So that's the power brick. Like I say, I think the power brick weighs more than the amplifier. It does. It really does. Okay, let's go on into this amplifier. Oh, there below is a little user manual. But it being a power amp, it's only that much you need to know. And it's a tiny little thing. It's small. It's very small. What do we have on the front here? We have on, auto, and off. And the other side we have XLR or RCA. Nice metal construction, metal face, metal toggle switches. At the side, it's got this nice orange vent, both sides. And at the bottom, nice anti-rubber slip feet with 2 screws there, holding the box together, and at the back as well 2 screws. At the back it looks so much smaller than on this side. I'll put some pics in, and then you see the actual product. If you take my hand, it's not big. It's not big at all. For this to be 240 watt, it is class D. We'll go through the spec more in detail now. So there's your XLR inputs. Then we also have the RCA input there, and we have a dB gain on here as well. So we have a 31 dB gain or a 25 dB gain. We'll play with that, play with that and see what it does. There we have your little inputs. This is the smallest binding post I've ever seen. That says it says banana plugs. We'll see how big a banana we can fit in there, or obviously bare wire for the guys that don't want to use plugs. Yeah, so that's gonna drive one speaker. Let's go through what they claim the specification can do. Obviously I'm going to give you real life feedback on how I feel it does. So it says 300 watt balanced input ventilation. 300 watts out of that. Let's see. Swappable on amp design. What's swappable on amp design? Can you swap out internal amps? Don't know. I'll read a bit more about that. Full body cooling design. As I showed you on the side of the ventilation, that looks very cool. Then aluminium construction, as I told you guys. 240 watt power output. That will be obviously at 4 ohm. Let's go down into the details. They do give some graphs of the Class D amplifications. Enhances stereo depth and soundstage accuracy through precise power and channel separation for purer audio experience. This is all just marketing jargon. I'm looking for the real good stuff. They have Japanese filtering capacitors on here. 63V 2200 UF. German Wiim controlling capacitors. I'll post pics for you guys again so you guys can see. Japanese inductors. Japanese audiophile grade capacitors. Then they've got a few pics to set it up the way I told you guys now, to have like your 5 speakers and having them preamp from the receiver to the amplifiers themselves. That's some possibility. Swappable amp design. Let's go into what they say here. Easily replaceable DIP8 dual discrete OP amps, meeting your pursuit of a personal audio experience. That's very interesting. So you can swap out the amplifiers. Very cool. I've actually never seen that. You know, it takes me to the guys that do the valves, where they swap out valves. And yes, these guys do valves as well. I went through there and I saw some of their valve amps. I'm going to put pics on the side again so you guys can see that. They have a 4-layer PCB design, all for superior sound quality. Auto standby mode, high energy efficiency, as we all need nowadays. Advanced cooling design guarantees long-term efficiency. Operation of the amp prevents overheating and maintains consistent sound quality and device longevity. Side ventilation. Dust-proof filter screen, aesthetics and practical. How dust-proof they are, I don't know, but it looks very cool. Optional, here's the power supplies. Optional 48 volt 10A power supply. Provides a stable and robust power supply, ensuring high fidelity sound quality that meets the diverse audio playback demands. Okay, so it looks like you have different options for power supplies. Guys, coming from a PC background, I know this power supply might seem expensive, but it will impact your sound. When we were building PCs, if you spec a power supply just enough for something, you never get maximum. Always overspec. I always go, in anything I do in life, I overspec, almost double, just to be sure that we can make that thing run optimally and efficiently as possible. When you spec something to the maximum power, maximum, you are running that unit at 100%. It's going to run hot, it's not going to give you what you need, and you're also going to be diminishing the life. So always over spec. So maybe that is why they sent me the absolute big power supply. So then we must keep in mind that this is just below $300, $280, which, you know, starts putting it at quite a decent price point. What is that for the South African guys? Let's convert here quickly. What's it, 280 times, what's it now, 17? 4,760 Rand for an amplifier, which puts it more or less in line. And for it giving the power that it produces, just being so small is weird. But if it gives the power, that is good money for the power. Here's some measurements that they put here. I'll put that for you guys. Specifications, here we come now. 1 channel. This is a TI amplifier, so it's a Texas Instruments. That's the amplifier chip. Texas Instruments TPA 3255. Output, speaker output supports banana plugs and bare wire. We'll see how big a banana plug that can actually take. What else is important here? Dynamic range, 123 dB. The THD, total harmonic distortion, 0.006%. It's nice and low, that's good. Terminal independence, 2 to 8 ohm. We have the gains, as I said on here, the TRS, 20 dB, RCA. Okay, so the XLR has a 20 dB, there's no selection there. On the RCA, we have 25 and 31 dB gain we can switch. Rated power output. On the 48 volt 5 amp, 240 watts. On the 52 volt 5 amp, don't know why they put that there. I wish they would just supply one power supply. But basically, it comes down to 240 watts at 4 ohm or oh, wait. That power output, it looks like the power supply is definitely going to make a difference on your power. So on the big power supply, you get 240 watts at 4 ohm. On the smaller 52 volt power supply, you get 100 watts at 4 ohm. So as I've been telling you guys, the power supply makes a big difference. At the bottom here, it says standard PSU is the 48 volt 5 amp. I have the 48 volt 10 amp. So even more powerful. Frequency response 10 Hertz to 30,000 kilohertz at plus minus 0.06 dB. Here's power output with various PSUs. So this makes a difference. So let's go for the maximum, which is what I have. That will give you 240 watts, 300 watts maximum. At 6 ohm, 160 watts, 200 watts maximum. At 8 ohm, 120 watts and 150 maximum. 8 ohm is going to be what people are using most. 120 watts is still power. On the lower power supply, 4 ohm, 100 watts, 150 max. 6 ohm, 65 watts, 80 watt max. 8 ohm, 55 watt, 65 watt max. So the power supply almost doubles up on that power. I'm very interested now to see what we can get out of this little amp. I've got 2 of them, so I'm going to be driving a 2-channel, and guys, I will be using the Wiim Ultra to get the most out of this, out of a DAC point of view. Let's see what a power system we can build for not much money. So this will be my budget build to try and keep up, or maybe even stomp on the big boys. Let's see. I'm going to put that in right now, and that's what I'm doing the rest of the evening to give you guys the absolute best review on this Fosi audio product. Don't know what to say. Fosi audio. Those 2 little amplifiers. Well, and 2 power bricks bigger than the amplifiers. That's what makes them so small. The power brick is separate. But you can hide all of that. Why I'm lost for words is how. The rated power at 4 ohm is 260 or 70 watts. Absurd. At 8 ohm, 120 watts. Which becomes more, no. You know, you get 120 in a few things. Although they be much, much bigger amps, still boggles the mind. Are they lying about the power those amps produce? So, we'll test them. I'm not going to bench test them. I'm not going to go on paper. I'm going to go on ears. So first, don't want to kill them with the Morne. So we pop on the SVS Prime Pinnacle. Already a demanding load for such a small little Class D speaker. Although Class D is the way to get big power out of small enclosures. Very, very efficient amplification. And for those who don't know, amplifiers, Class A, Class AB, Class D, they don't go according to A being better, A, B, those aren't the numbers. It's literally just an alphabetical number to call an amplifier as they go. Class A was the first, AB was second, then we got Class D. And it's not for digital. Class D is not for digital. It's literally just the number that is named. So you'll get, as the new ones come, they'll use the newer letters or the further letters in the alphabet. Just to clear that up quickly. So back onto them. Played a few songs. Sounded amazing. I thought I could feel the amps could drive more. I could feel there's more power on tap. Let me just move this cable out of my foot way. I could feel there's more power on tap because I had headrooms for miles. I was listening at like volume 40% of the volume on the Wiim Ultra. Again, the Wiim Ultra, it's a lovely piece of kit. I absolutely love it. If you've not watched that video, I'll post a link in the description. Go back, watch it. My 10 out of 10 product. So that combined with the two Fosi audio for amplification, I thought let's push a bit more. Let's put in the SVS Ultra Evolution pinnacle speakers, the big hulking monsters, which are demanding to drive. Put them on. Same thing. The bass was so much. I used the room calibration built into the Wiim. It killed the bass. So there's so many options on this, is why I love it. So I just went to the 1800 Hertz and disabled those PEQs so we don't edit that bass too much, just to bring some of the liveliness back. But then I didn't like that sound, so then I put them back on. But I took the minus 10 dB that it dragged out of the bass, and I just put those on 0, so just flat. And that just brought the sound to life. Still, miles of headroom, not as much headroom as on the Prime Pinnacles. Now I was listening at about 50 to 60% of the volume on the amplifier. Some of the songs with softer recordings I could push up to 80, but I never felt the need to go more. So even on the loudest volume I listened to, which was blisteringly loud, I still had 20% of headroom left, which for me sounds good. I'm never going to go into those 20%. The sound that they reproduce, the bass, the mid bass, the treble, it was so accurate and nice. I really loved it. I loved it so much, I want to put it up against my Marantz power amplifier with more or less the same power rating. But it's Marantz and it costs monumentally more money. I'm going to keep the volume on the Wiim. Everything exactly the same. Same speakers, same DAC, same volume, same everything. I'm just going to change from the Fosi amplifiers, change the RCA and the speaker outputs over to the Marantz amplifier. You guys want to put down money? I've not done this test yet. I'm going to do it the first time with you guys live. You guys want to put down money? Guys, I want to put down money before this happens that I think the Fosi is going to take it. And I don't think the Fosi is going to take it by small increasements, because I've heard the Marantz and the Wiim. Now I've heard the Marantz and the Fosi. I think the Fosi is going to take it. Granted, always when I do these tests side by side on different days, your ears are different, your mood is different. That is why sometimes you can listen to the same equipment, different evenings, different times, and it sounds different because your mood is different. But same night, same mood, same everything. Let's see what happens. I am so excited to see how this is going to turn out. But even before we get to that, how? Those amplifiers, I looked, they sell on the import stores and stuff for about 5,000 Rand each. So it's a 10,000 Rand for the two combo. You put in the Wiim into that, you are still well under 50,000 Rand for, no, even less. I'm talking, no, jeez, under 20,000 Rand for that combo. You can just go and add any set of speakers you want. And I think you're sorted. I really think you are sorted. For stereo setup, it's phenomenal. But guys, don't just take my word for it. Let's go. We are going to test the song I always test because we know it doesn't get flagged. And there's a lot of stuff in there. Let's start with the Fosi. I think for safety's sake, I just want to see. I think we're going to do about 60% on the volume. And we'll keep it the same. Let's do that next. Okay, to keep this fair, I want you guys to see the volume as I start this. If you guys can look at the screen on the Wiim at the bottom, I'm going to restart this and I'm just going to go up and down on the volume so you can see we are at 59% volume. I'm going to go up a bit. 71%. Here we go, now on the Mornes. Up in the volume. Okay, Mornes fanboys, calm down, calm down. I could see all the Mornes fanboys pulling their chairs closer, ready to hit me when this thing goes south. You are safe. The Mornes is still the better power output. Everything was better on the Mornes. I overestimated those Fosis, but for the bang, for the buck, those things held their own. It wasn't like miles different. They are darn good. You know why I like this solution? All of the receivers, as I said in the unboxing, nowadays come with, like this Cinema 50, comes with 9 channels of amplification on board, but it's an 11 channel capable unit. So for those 2 channels, just add 2 of those mono amplifiers. I wouldn't buy the stereo ones because you want more power. So I would go for the mono ones. Also, these were now tested without the advanced gain on the back. I'll show you quickly what the advanced gain does in the same demo track, and I'll switch them and you can hear how it bumps everything. What I don't like is it does bump everything. So treble and everything sounds more pronounced, more forward. So again, this gives you a lot of flexibility and customization. If you have a speaker that's laid back, you can drag it forward just by flicking that switch. Vice versa, if you have a bright speaker, you can bring it back again by going down on that gain. So really guys, this combo, the Wiim Ultra and 2 Fosi amplifiers, highly recommended by me. Highly recommended by me. I will buy that above the Wiim amp any day, any day. It is more expensive, but still, you are coming in less. For that combo, you are coming in less than any one of the Mornes or the SVS, the M1. You know what? That will be a good comparison. Let's do the M1 side by side with this combo. That's fair. It still comes in cheaper because we are here at 8,400. 10. Yes, we are on the price of the sound base, but because everyone loves the M1, let's just go straight to the Giant. Let's see what it does against the Giant. You asked and I deliver. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Marantz M1. I actually feel that's a video on its own. I almost don't know if I wanna let this video out, just having done that. But guys, to show you how honest I am in my reviews, I'm going to add this again. I'm getting goosebumps just by doing this. I'm going to add this in. That is not as close cut as I thought this was going to be. Brings me back to how darn good that M1 is. That is a good amplifier. That is a very good amplifier. You know what it's going to come down to? That I'm going to leave for the video on its own. I'm going to do a video on its own between, yes, the sound bass, the Marantz, and the Wiim and the Fosi combination, because we are playing in the same money. That's going to be a video on its own, guys. Stay tuned for that. I'm going to do it next. I'm hyped for that now. Back to the topic at hand. Fosi amplifiers. Don't look over them. They are insane value. They run very efficiently. I was pushing them tonight. I was really pushing them to see if something does fail. I wanted to happen here in the video. I couldn't. They got hot, but not hot where I couldn't touch them. They were still more than composed. Very, very good product. So from me, highly recommended. I'm very surprised. I'm going to look for some internal pics as well of how they are built component-wise, especially of those amps that you can swap out. I'm not quite sure how that works yet, but like you saw in the unboxing, that is an option. I'll delve in more and ask them questions. I have a direct line to them now to ask questions. So guys, if you have any questions about Fosi products, hit me up. I'll hit them up and I can give you answers straight. Like I said, I've got a direct line to the source now. That always helps. But these guys look like they are very serious about their product. They are hitting marketing hard, sending these out to a lot of reviewers. I'm not the only that receive these, so you'll see a few of these videos pop up on YouTube. Guys, so if you want to purchase these, I will put my affiliate link down below in description. It doesn't make the product more expensive. I'm even trying to get a bit of a discount code for you guys, but I need for Fosi to get back to me. So maybe by the time I do the Marantz M1 comparison, maybe then they've gotten back to me and I can add a discount code into the affiliate link as well. But go to the bottom, buy your Fosi product through my affiliate link, and then at least you are supporting me in some way, which I would deeply appreciate. The difference this time is it's not just for South African guys. Everyone can buy. Everyone over the world, they ship it to you. Obviously your shipping costs will vary depending on where it goes, but normally my stuff is South Africa only. This time it is for everyone, and I'm going to try and make this a trend going forward. If we use the affiliate links to sell, we can sell over the world. I've already reached out to a few people that I deal with, because when I saw how they did this, I thought it was just genius and the way things are supposed to be, if we can. But I'm going to try my best, guys. Like I always say, help me, help you, and I will bring all the perks and extras directly to you guys. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed it. I love doing this. I was so surprised by this. I thought it was going to stomp the Morne's power amplifier, but obviously it doesn't. I can't remember the power spec on that, if it's 120 or 150. I'll put a link, as I do always, of the power spec on the Morne's, because that's an older 8-channel amplifier. It's not the newer 5 and 7, it's the 8-channel. I think they were 120 or 150, but yeah, I'll post the power of that. And the Fosi at 120. I don't doubt their power. I really think it does give that power. Just added with the combined, the higher uprated power supply. That makes a big difference. And then you can just hide it at the back of your rack or whatever so you don't see it. But yeah, you can actually build a full system. I would love to build a full system on pre-outs, just running those. Maybe it's a video in the future. I'll see what other products they send me. I'm really going to reach out to them, have them send me more stuff, and especially the valve stuff. Very excited for that, guys. But okay, like always, please like, subscribe, share, stay safe. Till the next video, cheers, bye.
0, 1, 2, 3. Let's get started.
Oh, that's real good.
Why they stopping me? Stopping me.